Hey everyone, welcome back to this Gunsmith series for patch 12.12. The Gunsmith part 9 is what we're on now, and there's nothing crazy complicated about this, and there's no really big tricks. The two things to it are that you're going to do this the cheapest are is if you have Skier Loyalty level 3, that gets you most of the parts from vendors, which saves you quite a bit of money. The second one is to kill a Rashala guard. Not necessarily because he has an AKS-74N, which sometimes they do, but their AKs generally, their AK-74s almost always have the Zenit parts, so you can get almost every part you need for this from one of their AKs. So with those caveats, tricks out of the way, whatever you want to call them, let's just dive right into what we need to get here. So he does his normal crazy man storytelling, but he says there's an order for an AKS-74N with Zenit parts. Ergonomics over 55, recoil less than 450, and the gun should be taking up no more than 8 slots. Most importantly, with a grip, PT3 stock, dust cover, and muzzle brake, all by Zenit. Zenit all around. So not a lot of choices here. You basically have to run Zenit parts. So it makes it pretty simple when it comes to the parts buying. So there isn't really any barters or anything like that to get the parts cheaper. So let's just get right into the details. First up, make sure you get an AKS-74N. Very particular. What that means is it's got this kind of hollow metal stock for the back end of it. That's how you recognize it. I just bought mine off the flea market. Make sure it's over 60 durability. I got lucky and got one that was 100. Now I'm not even going to build this in the presets just because it's easier just to do it here. We'll just pull off all the parts that we know we're going to get. I'll put it together and show you how it looks, and we'll go from there. So that's pretty much it, just like that, those parts. Now to get the build together, I'll go into the preset menu here, and we'll actually save this as Gunsmith part 9. Let's save. Here's the parts for you. Here's what it looks like. Our ergos is 69. Recoils under a 450, I believe we had to have. Yep. And then our Zenit parts all the way around. Now, if you want to buy this, these parts from the traders, let me uncheck everything here that, well, actually I can't buy the RK3, but we'll uncheck everything else that we don't need to buy. You're talking 88,000 for all the parts. Keep in mind 25,000 is the RK3 pistol grip. A lot that can go up and down pretty extravagantly. You can see that as high as 50,000. So make sure if you're seeing RK3s in raid, you're keeping them because you need them for several tasks. But let's just go give this to mechanic and be done with this task. Turn in, simple as that. And we get our really high dollar Colt M4. Now, one thing I want to show you about this, and this is where this quest is worth a bunch of money. Let me receive this M4 from him real quick. Our Euros and our M4, let's get those. There are some parts on here that are worth an absolute small fortune. So don't just sell this thing. I wouldn't use this thing. I mean, you can use parts of it if you want, but I'm going to grab these primary parts off of here that are worth a bunch of money that you can take off and sell and make this task worth that much more money. So starting off with this 260 millimeter barrel, you can see here it's selling for 60,000 rubles. So there's one big hit you can have. The mags, these mags sell for 8,000. Rubber butt pads, these sell for usually 15 to 20. The MOE grip or the MOE stock, another 15 give or take. So not even getting into some of the other parts on here, you have a bunch of money. I mean, even the Spectre can be a pretty penny. So make sure you take this thing apart, sell the parts out on the flea market, try to make as much money as you can off of this task. But that's it for this one. Pretty straightforward and simple. We'll dive right into Gunsmith part 10, which is a little bit more complicated, just simply because there's about a dozen ways to do it. I'm going to show you the cheapest way I found that doesn't necessarily require traders. But I appreciate you watching. Hope it was helpful. We'll see you in Tarkov.